Hello friends and welcome to my channel. In this video I will try to repair both of these Genius home theater systems, and in worst case I hope I will repair at least one of them, because they are identical and I can take parts from one and move to another. Let's begin. First of all, I will test each one. This has a problem with the subwoofer amplifier, at least. And let's start this one. This one seems good. Let's put some signal inside. Subwoofer is good. And now, before I connect the speakers on the other outputs, I have to check the voltage, because this doesn't have speaker protection. Good. 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 And the center. It seems all the outputs are good. Let's connect a speaker. Now let's make some music test. Front. It seems this is working good, but as you can hear, has a lot of noise. And I will take the cover out to check the electrolytic capacitor. At first sight, everything seems good. Electrolytic capacitor seems good, but I will test the voltage to be sure. Now you can hear from the satellite, it's a very big noise. The volume is at minimum, but there is a problem with this annoying noise. Let's measure the voltage on the subwoofer amplifier. And now let's test if the noise is the same on every channel. Front, surround, yes, the noise is the same on all satellites. Now I want to see if the noise is from this PCB or from this PCB. Or from the front panel. And I will take out this connector. Now the noise has disappeared. So that means the cause of the noise is not on this PCB. It's on this or on the front panel. Now I will put back. Now you can hear the noise. Let's see if the noise is from this PCB. The noise disappeared. Now the noise disappeared. That means that the cause of the noise is on this PCB. The problem seems to be from this PCB, but because from the frequency of this sound, I think that the problem is from the supply of this PCB. I think this is the supply voltage. It seems that I am lucky. Problem is from this capacitor. When I touch it, the noise disappears. It's cold solder. Let's solder good. I check all the capacitor and I found another one. I hope that you can see it. When I move the capacitor, this pin is moving. So I have to solder also this one. This system is powered up. I can hear no noise. It's normal noise. Now let's make a sound test, music test. Now let's test all the channels. Front, surround, and the center. So this works perfect. Now let's repair the other one. Now I've opened the other one. As you can see, this is the subwoofer amplifier. First of all, as you can see, this is exploded, and a capacitor, a small capacitor, it's a lot of smoke, and these two capacitors are fat. And this PCB is repairable, but it's a lot of work because of the high current here. The PCB is not very good and it's a lot of work. And I am lucky because I found exactly the same model, and I hope that it's working. These capacitors are good. I will test this to not be on short circuit, and I will replace. On satellite PCB, I hope that you can see these capacitors are also fat. In rest everything seems good, but I will test this IC to see if it's not fault. Let's test it right now. I disconnected this PCB and the subwoofer speaker. Now I realized I cannot test this without this subwoofer PCB, because there are connectors from these two boards and they are supply voltage. Let's make a test to see if these are good. I will measure the voltage on the satellite's output to see if it's 0 volts or we have voltage here. This front panel control board, it's not turning on because needs a power supply from this subwoofer PCB. That's why, first of all, I will replace this capacitor. I will mount this new board, and after that I will test to see if other ICs are good. These are perfect. Now let's measure this one. This is completely dead. This one. This one is also completely dead. Let's put the new one. Before I connect the power supply, I want to check the voltage. 28. 28, it's good. Now let's check satellites power. 14, it's good. I will connect the supply, but I will not connect the speaker. I want to be sure that is good, so I will not blow this speaker. This is powered up. This is the output connector for speaker, and we have no voltage here. I can connect the speaker. Now let's power up again. Everything seems good. Now let's check output connection from satellite. Good. 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 It seems that all these outputs are good. ICs are good. Now I will connect a speaker and I will test. We have sound from the subwoofer, but satellite it's not working. And I don't know why. I've checked to see if the input signals enters here, and we have input signal on every IC, and there is no output signal on none of them. And I believe that it's a problem with muting, because there are small chance to be all this broken. And now let's measure. I check out datasheet for this IC, and pin 5 it's muting. We have 16 volts. On every IC. And all this pin goes through one input, and on this input we have 0 volts. When you need to power up this IC, you need to put 5 volts on this input and 5 volts on every pin for standby. Now I will check on the other side, on the other board, why we don't have here 5 volts when we power this up. Now we are on the other side. Let's power this up. So this is connector, this is output, muting output. So there is no voltage. Here we have a diode for protection in parallel. And here is the resistor who pulls up this. Now let's test again. This is muting output. We have 300 millivolts. This is a series resistor. In one part we have this voltage, and on the other side we have 12 volts. Now let's measure this resistor. It's 180 ohm, it's good. Now let's measure the output. As you can see, there is a short circuit. We have 6 ohms. But I am not sure that the short circuit is on this board or on the other board. and I will take out the connector. With connector out, we still have the short circuit, and I am sure that this parallel diode is a fault. I will take out and I will measure it. This is a 5 volts Zener diode. Let's measure it. It's short circuit. It seems that this module had this problem. Now I will replace this diode from other board. Let's test this diode on this board. This is good. I will replace with this. Now I can hear the noise from satellite speaker. Let's measure the voltage. We have 5 volts on the muting pin. Now let's play some music. This satellite is working. Now let's test all the outputs. First one, second, third, fourth, 5. Now everything is working perfect. I have to put all back, and I have to clean the potentiometer because it has some small problems. I hope that you find this useful, and if you made it so far, please give a big like. Thanks for watching. Bye.